Good morning, Bachman Middle School. Today is Tuesday, February 7th. It is a B day. It is a band day 4. And I am Mr. Strand with today's Tiger Talk. Let's get started by talking about our word of the week. This week's word is strive. Strive means to put in great effort to obtain something or to fight vigorously. In honor of Black History Month, we're looking at Black Americans from history and how they had to strive to make changes in our country. Today we're featuring Phillis Wheatley, the first Black author published in America before it was even a country. It was still 13 colonies.
In late 1775, the newly appointed General George Washington received a poem from one of colonial America's most famous writers. Its verses praised the burgeoning revolution, invoking the goddess of their new nation to aid the general's righteous cause. But this ode to liberty wasn't written by some aloof aristocratic admirer. Its author was a young Black woman who'd been enslaved for over a decade. The young girl, who'd been renamed Phillis Wheatley, had arrived in the colonies on a slave ship in 1761.
Phillis Wheatley lived during the American Revolutionary War, was a published author, and spoke about liberty and religious freedom, just like all the founding fathers that we all learn about. And she did it all while she was enslaved. In 1773, Phillis became the first Black woman or man in what is now the United States to be published. She had been taken from West Africa as a child and enslaved in the household of a wealthy Boston merchant. Phillis received an education and quickly learned English and became fluent in Greek and Latin. She even memorized the Bible. Soon enough, she was writing poetry and long philosophical letters about religion, as all teenage girls love to do. Phillis gained fame in Boston and then internationally. She met with revolutionary leaders like George Washington and Ben Franklin, and she received the praise of Voltaire for her writing. She didn't gain her freedom, though, until 1773, after she had published her book of poetry in London.
If you want to read some of Phillis Wheatley's poetry, I've linked to it in the comments below this post on Schoology. But today is also Math Tip Tuesday, and here is Ms. Wilson with today's math tip.
Good morning, everyone. Recall last Math Tip Tuesday, I showed a pattern or a strategy that someone used to write the first 10 multiples of 9. You may notice they wrote the digits 0 through 9, going down and then going back up. Then I posted in our student and staff page on Schoology a Flipgrid link where you could share what pattern you saw in those numbers and why it worked. Thank you to Ms. Meinke's class, who shared with us that they didn't see its use in everyday math problems. And you're probably not going to sit and write down the first 10 multiples of 9 this way in the real world. However, the point here is to look for a pattern, because math is about patterns. Math is also about finding strategies that work for you and are easy for you to understand, while also sharing those strategies with others to help them understand. Here's 8th grader Ella with another strategy for multiplying with 9s.
Go. So a way that you can use your fingers to count up to 9 times 3 equals 27. You could go 1, 2, 3, and then put your middle finger down, so then it'd be 20 and then 7. So it equals 27. Done. Stop.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wilson. Finally, a reminder that it is National School Counseling Week.
So go to Schoology, Students and Staff's Announcements page, and enter your 3 good things.
Yeah, what they said. That's all for today, but we'll be back tomorrow with more Tiger Talk. See you then.